Hello, thank you for tuning into my channel. We're talking about the Heartbeat Quilt Along. So if you want to learn more about this, please stay tuned. So I'm really excited about the quilt along that we're going to start right now. Here is the quilt, the Heartbeat quilt, and I'm going to put a picture of the whole quilt in the video right here. If you haven't seen the other videos, I'm going to link some other videos that have to do with making this quilt. And right now we're going to prepare for a quilt along. That means that we are going to work on this quilt together, and you get to choose your own fabrics and things. And so we'll get to see how other people interpret the pattern, and I'm really excited about it. It's going to be a lot of fun. So first we'll go over some of the materials that we'll need for the quilt along, and then we can talk about the pattern. One thing that you're going to need is your cutting mat. This is actually a 36 by 24 cutting mat, but you don't really need that. A regular size mat is going to do. You're going to need rulers. These are just 2 rulers that I like to use. Since it is a Bargello pattern, you're going to be doing a lot of cutting of strips, and so you can use one of these rulers. This is a shape cut, and it has little slots so that you can cut every ½ inch. Or you can use this is a 6 by 24 ruler. This is a 15-inch square ruler. Any ruler that you have will be fine, as long as you can get the cuts. The widest cut that you're going to need for this is 3 inches, and the smallest cut you're going to need is 1 inch. So as long as you can get those cuts, having a ruler that allows you to make more than one cut without using it, like the shape cut, it just makes things a little bit easier. So if you have one of these, great. You do not have to get one, but it would be a good thing to have just because you're going to be cutting a lot of strips. If you go to your big quilt stores like Joann or whatever, make sure you have a coupon, because rulers are expensive, so use a coupon. Another thing that you're going to need is your rotary cutter, and make sure you have plenty of blades because you are going to be doing a lot of cutting. I have scissors here. The only thing that I forgot to get was my seam ripper. I'll put a picture of my seam ripper here. You just need to have a seam ripper because you are going to be tearing the thread between seams, so you need a seam ripper for that. The last thing that you're going to need is your fabric. So I have not chosen my fabric yet. I'm looking between either doing a purple quilt or a red, white, and blue quilt. So feel free to suggest purple or red, white, and blue, and I will gather my materials for that as well. The last thing that you're going to need is the pattern. I have printed this copy of the pattern. You can find it on my Etsy shop. So if you go look on the Etsy shop, my shop is called Quilts Blog, and I'm going to link it here. You can find the pattern, get the pattern, and then you'll want to join a Facebook group. I have a Facebook group called Heartbeat Bargello Quilt Along, and we'll use that as our I guess like our forum for showing off our work and for asking questions about the quilt, etc. And if there are corrections that need to be made to my pattern, please let me know so that we can get all those things. I just want to have a great pattern for everybody. The way that the quilt along is going to work, each month you'll have a different assignment, and I'm going to post a new video at the end of every month. So for your first assignment, get the pattern, join the Facebook group, gather up all your materials. That's all you need to do for the first month through, and then my next video will come out on July 31st, and we'll see how we get started with our quilt. Each month after July 31st, I'm going to give out prizes. So when you post pictures of your completed assignment, you will be entered into a drawing for a prize. And some prizes could be like, it could be a ruler. I haven't purchased a ruler yet. I do have a motor scrap bag that I want to use as a prize. I do have the fat quarter pie that I got when I was in New Orleans. I'd love to give that away as a prize. And then I have a few other things, you know, that I'll be giving away. I anticipate that our quilt along is going to take about 6 months to get a completed quilt top. So if we start it in July and we work on it every month, just doing a little bit at a time, because I know a lot of us have other projects that we're working on, that will give you plenty of time to get our assignments done, and just continue to encourage each other, and at the same time work on other projects, because the Bargello, it takes a lot of intensity, but hopefully this way we can do it slowly. When you get your pattern, go ahead and decide what size you're going to make, because you might already have enough to in your stash to make a whatever size. So you might have enough to make a crib, or you might have enough to make a lap, and so you might choose not to do the big full quilt, but I think that I'm going to do the big full quilt so that we can get through the whole process of making that quilt top together. If you have any questions about the quilt along, please leave them in the comments. I'm really excited to share this journey with you. I look forward to seeing what you guys come up with, as well as seeing what else I can come up with a new color palette. So thanks so much for watching. Please thumbs up this video, share it with your friends. If you have other quilter friends who aren't a member of my YouTube channel or our Purple Quilt Facebook group, please share this with them. They might like to get in on the quilt along as well. So thanks so much. I look forward to hearing from you, and I'll see you next time. Bye!